When you like Ventura TV Appliance on Facebook, it's nice. But when you love the Samsung big screen we deliver, it's even better. Our website is cool, and it's a good place to start. But you really should touch the merchandise before you buy. Time for that upgrade to an HD 3D web-enabled Samsung TV. Get the best selection, price, and service in town without waiting. Come in to Ventura TV Appliance and touch the merchandise today.
Hi, I'm John Mallows. Welcome to this live edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on this day. Today is the focus on business, and what a business it is. When you walk out of this business, you're walking a little bit heavy and happy. 436-ME-TV, option 11. Call in. We're going to have a lot of fun on the show today. Back in a moment. We're back here on the program. The focus is on business today, and what a business it is. It's been around for a couple of years, at least, well, a little bit more than that. But anyway, you're watching us live on Comcast, 187, 43.6, and now 13.1. You know, if you want to watch the replay, you can between 2 and 3 o'clock at 13.6 on your television dial, and then at 8 o'clock again tonight. That would be 13.5. And so, getting back to the focus of the business today, it is a business like no other here in the city of Fresno. And like I said in the opening, if you walk out of the place, if you're not feeling happy and full, boy, there's something wrong. I'm talking about Batter Up Pancakes. Let's go to the videotape and we'll show you the scene here. What it looked like this past weekend. It was jam-packed. This year marks the 7th year of operation for the business, and apparently by the size of the crowd over the weekend, well, jam-packed, as I said, it appears the owners are doing quite well. Their mission statement is obvious: to make you, the customer, happy. That's right, you, the customer, happy, so that you'll keep coming back more and more and more. The idea for Batter Up Pancakes was born at the University of Arizona. That's where Becky and Jeff-And-Becci-Colla were watching their son play baseball when suddenly the concept popped into one of their minds. They went back to the hotel, drew up the plans, the rest is history, and now the concept is very simple: making pancakes from scratch, as you see there. They have a wet mix, they have a dry mix, they have about 550 pounds of flour or batter that they make up, well, once every couple of weeks. That's the traditional buttermilk pancakes we're talking about. They also have blueberries, they have pumpkin, they have chocolate chip, they even have Oreo, and something called cinnamon chip apple crunch. So, as you're licking your chops right now, looking at the entrees right there, ready to go out to the waiting and hungry customers, live in our studio right now is Becky and Jeff-And-Becci-Colla, the owners of Batter Up Pancakes. They are here for the very first time on Connect with Me, and they're waiting to take your phone calls at 436-ME-TV. Option 11 will tell you where Batter Up Pancakes is located here in the city of Fresno, located on the north end. So if you go there on a weekend, early in the morning, they're usually jam-packed. It's a waiting, you're waiting in line to get in. 436-ME-TV, option 11. We're back here on the program in just a moment.
This is Tough TV, Tough Sports, Tough Lifestyle, Tough Drama, Tough Reality, Tough Talk, Tough Specials, Tough Movies, Tough TV. Are you tough enough?
And we're back here. Did you have your pancakes this morning? Well, where did you have them? At Batter Up? Well, I don't know. Becky is here. Jeff is here. The Colla family is here. No relation to Gary Colla. It's Colla. C-O-L-L-A. Good morning, Becky.
Good morning,
How
John.
are you?
I'm well. How about
like my
you,
sense
sir?
of humor?
I love it. You're awesome. Been just a little while.
Jeff, good to see you. How are you?
Doing great, thanks.
So, Batter Up Pancakes.
Batter
Been
Up
around
Pancakes.
7 years. I guess it's going well.
We're doing great.
We
We're
are
having
loving
fun.
it. We
Yeah.
love it.
So the concept that you were telling me about over the weekend, so what is the concept and why does this work? And well, I'll get to the other questions later. Let's answer that one first.
What is the concept?
Yeah, what
Really,
is the concept
It's a
and
double
why?
entendre, John. It's a double entendre
Okay.
in that we love baseball. Our son plays baseball, and the concept was built around having a baseball theme with the batter being what was magical about what we do. My husband's recipe, 33 years in creation, and it was a wonderful recipe that we wanted to replicate in large quantities and not lose the value of the product and serve to our customers what we would enjoy at home and share with our friends. So
And
that's what
so,
we've
so
done.
you're talking about the recipe. I'm not asking you to give the recipe away, but the concept.
Right.
There's a difference between concept and recipe. What's your concept? What's your mission statement? Why are you different from IHOP or any other breakfast place?
Well, we're not a franchise. We're just ourselves, and
Right.
we wanted to serve quality. Our mission statement is to do the best work we can every day with the best quality ingredients available to us. And so we do use first quality ingredients in every one of our items that we offer. So we really don't skimp on any of that. In other words, we use AA grade A eggs. We use clarified butter, which is a lot of work to even create. We use olive oil to saute our vegetables, and all of our food is prepared per order. Nothing is made in advance. So that's another thing.
Go ahead, Jeff.
So our pancake batter is, we make the dry mix separately, and we have, 300 to 500 pounds, in the back. Then we make our wet mix separately. We use real buttermilk, real egg, real butter, real vanilla extract. And as we go through the day, we're always making fresh batter because we don't want to make a lot of batter because after a while, because of the baking powder, baking soda, it doesn't rise. So
Right,
we're
it's
constantly making
compromised.
fresh batter all the time. We don't use it the next day. If we have leftover, we throw it away. But so everything's fresh. When we make our omelets, it's in clarified butter, real cheese. We don't have American cheese. We have real cheddar, real Swiss, real Jack cheese. No American cheeses. We use fresh vegetables. Everything's fresh, and then that's how we make our omelet. So it'd be like you would make it at home. Most restaurants use a griddle fry. It's half margarine, half oil, and they emulsify it, and they put coloring in it, and it's a yellow, thick sauce. So that's what they put everything in it. When we make our hash browns, we have clarified butter and a little Lowry seasoning salt. And
All right, here's a question for you. I know you said you use baking soda because it helps the pancakes
baking powder,
rise.
baking soda.
Okay, baking soda. Now, I tried that at home because I make pancakes for my kids, but it left a bitter taste to the pancake, even
Yeah,
though it rose. So how much are you supposed to use?
You have to use with buttermilk. It's another challenge because buttermilk has a lot of acidity anyway, and it affects the way baking powder, baking soda works. Baking soda reacts almost instantly to wet, so you have to use double-acting baking powder because double-acting baking powder reacts, one, when it's wet, and then two, when it heats up. So there's a lot of variables to it. So that's why we keep making fresh batter all the time. So our baking soda, baking powder, and we don't use really that much we use very little baking soda and a little bit more baking powder. But when you look at the recipe,
So
you'll see
more
it's not
baking powder than baking
Yeah.
soda, but
Yeah.
even the baking powder kind of makes it taste a little bitter,
well,
a
ours.
little on the bitter side.
Well, I don't.
I guess maybe I put too much. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You shouldn't. You should only
Yeah.
put
So
like
how
a
do you
half.
measure
We
that?
can
Do you
tweak
know?
that for
Well,
you.
it
Okay.
depends. You would only use like a half of teaspoon of baking soda.
Half
for
a
like
teaspoon,
like
okay.
for 2 cups of flour, and then maybe you can use like a tablespoon of baking powder
Okay.
or less. You just have to play around with it.
Yeah.
That's just generally speaking.
So why have you been successful in your mind?
Customer service. I don't care how good the food is. If you treat your customers, poorly, they won't come back. People, if the food's okay and you have great customer service, people will come back. If the food is the greatest food in the world, and if you have lousy customer service and you're just creepy, then they won't come back.
It's a feeling.
So
You wanna-
it's just a good feeling. We treat everybody like family, and You know, 99.9% of the customers are awesome. Some I sit down with and talk to. You know, they're friends, become friends. It's just a fun place.
So if they're unhappy with the food, is what you're saying is you take care of them. You don't.
If we know about it.
Yeah, if we know about it.
If we know before they leave the building that they were dissatisfied with something, whether it was service, whether it was the product or the quality we fell short of their expectations, we do what we can to have them leave heard and understood, at least listened to.
Yeah.
But if we don't know and they leave and then they go home and slam us on Yelp or something, there's nothing we can do.
You know,
There's nothing we can do to fix it other than we're just horribly sorry that we weren't able to fix it while they were in the building.
Yeah.
No, nobody's perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
we try to be 100%.
That's right.
We try to be 100%. 100% of the time, but just sometimes, it just doesn't happen, and people have different expectations. Fine, but what's frustrating to me is when I go to after they eat their meal. Well, this was kind of this way, or that was this way. I want to say, well, I wish you would have told me at the beginning so we could have fixed it for you. Now it's like too late. I mean,
See, a
it's
lot
just
of people
frustrating.
though are afraid to speak up. Some people are. If it's not right, just leave it alone. Maybe we won't come back, or maybe it'll be better next time, or something. I imagine you have few and far between those kinds of comments, but there are those occasions when you have some unhappy customers, but not every customer is inclined to speak up.
That's
Would you agree?
correct. Absolutely correct. And people, sometimes you just have to use intuition, and you can sort of sense when something isn't right. And
The
you-
look on
you
their face?
Do a little probing.
You can kind of tell.
It's a tone, and you want to be sure. You say, okay, we want to be sure everything is good. I mean, you really want people to open up to you and let you know if they aren't happy with
because
something.
we want them happy.
We do.
Yeah.
I mean, we really want them at least to be heard, like I said. I don't
Didn't
know if
you-
I can make them happy.
Didn't you guys learn a long time ago you can't please everyone?
we-
That's right. No,
we
no, no, no.
understand that.
We
And it
only
really
want
is.
to give it. We want
It's
people to know
hard.
they're coming to our restaurant. They can
Yeah.
go to many other places.
Oh, I know.
And they're coming to our restaurant. They've waited for a table sometimes, at least on the weekend they have. And
How long is the wait?
oh golly, it can be 20 minutes to 50. 50.
Wow.
And we are so
Wow.
deeply grateful for those people who choose to wait. We are, because golly, I wouldn't want to wait 50 minutes often.
You wouldn't?
No.
Not even for great food? Are you
Well,
impatient,
I
Becky?
would.
Is that what you're telling me?
I would.
Jeff
She
would. Yeah,
impatient?
Jeff's a real patient guy.
Is she impatient?
No, I sit at the bar though. I sit at the counter.
Yeah,
Oh,
we set
okay.
the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We,
Do you have a
we-
bar?
Well, we
counter?
have
You have a counter?
we have like five seats, and I don't know why. When her and I go out and a place is packed and there's a 30-40 minute wait, we see the bar open up. We'll go sit there and eat there.
I think it's fun.
We don't
Yeah.
care.
I think
mean,
it's
some
fun.
people
That's our
have-
coffee bar, not a bar.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people have disabilities; they can't sit, or
Yeah,
and,
that's right.
So, but I understand that. But
But we
fun.
appreciate that
Yeah.
people come to us. So when they have waited for a table and they are then seated, which we've now gone to full service. We started that February of this year.
What does
We-
that mean, full service?
Well, traditional restaurant service. We actually serve you tableside, whereas before, when you would come in and you would finally have a table available, you would come and order at the register, and then we would bring the food to you once it was
okay.
prepared.
I
So
gotcha.
that was our concept when it was initially created.
Gotcha.
And we really held fast to that for as long as we could until we noticed that most people were, anything we would see most on the negative
Yeah.
side had to do with no service. And so we thought, well, let's just change that.
people
and-
from LA would come up and they would get the concept. People in Fresno didn't like it. They wanted to be waited, especially for breakfast. They wanted
Breakfast.
to be waited on.
yeah. Yeah.
So we did change that this beginning of February. And
Okay,
it's been good.
we got to go to break. Becky and Jeff-Colla are here. They are the owners of Batter Up. It is a breakfast place. You can go there in the mornings. Open up at 9 o'clock? You open up
We
at
open
9?
at 6 a.m.
Oh, open up at 6 a.m. Excuse me, but the crowd shows up at 9.
Usually the
9-ish.
heavy crowd.
Yeah, the heavy crowd shows up at 9. So your number to call in is 436-ME-TV, option 11, if you have any questions at all. Back in a moment.
Considering solar? Whether you're ready to buy now or just exploring your options, the consultants at Solar Negotiators are here to help you. A call to Solar Negotiators is like calling 5 solar companies at once. You see, when local established solar contractors have gaps in their schedule, they call solar negotiators to fill them. Right now, get 5 years of panel cleaning and maintenance or $1,000 off your new solar panels. So stop wasting your time searching and call solar negotiators, because when contractors compete for your business, you win.
Back here today with the owners of Batter Up Restaurant, and so where are you guys located?
8029 North Cedar Avenue. It's the northwest corner of Cedar and Nice, right by the Rite Aid.
All right.
So
you're over there beyond, just a little beyond John's Incredible, right?
Yes.
We're north. We're
north
north
of there.
them.
Yeah.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
Right.
So your son plays baseball.
Right.
For who now?
He's in the Tampa Bay organization. He played for the Montgomery Biscuits. That's the AA affiliate for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah.
And he just got back from a trip to Europe.
Oh.
We're full-blooded Italian, both of us, so it would last 9 months. We were trying to get dual citizenship for him because you can't play on the Italian national team unless you're an Italian descendant.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
we got him.
Take a call here. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Hello?
Yes. Yeah, this is directed to the owners on the concept and everything. I've been to some places where, like Denny's and House of Pancakes or whatever, great food, but the service was lousy.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any difference. You have good food, but you have the service that, they're just rude or whatever, and they don't consider the customers to be part of that, And sure, they're not going to complain yet, but they're not going to come back either, And I think what you've done is great because you can tell that the family-oriented place to eat, pancakes or whatever, And by looking at you, the smile's there. You hate to go to a place and, with a frown and this and that. And if you had a lousy day at the office or at the house and all that, and you go to a place, that's a turnoff for me. So yeah, okay. So, but it, like anything else, the concept is too. A man can't do without a woman. That's it.
That's right.
But the smile makes a difference in any restaurant you go to, any good place you want to. I don't care how good the food is, but your concept is great. I can tell that the people are going to be waiting for good service. I don't care if they're there for an hour. I mean, not many people do that, but we're from a small town, and I can tell you, if I go out on the north side or whatever, just for that piece of place where I want to say, hey, I'm going to be back here. I'll drive 20, 30 miles just to go there. So I commend you, and you I mean, you're going to go a long way there. I wish you'd probably be on like in the Shaw area, maybe a place, where I think people would really come to you too also. But, if you're happy right there, that's fine.
Well, thank you
for all your service.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're very, very kind. We appreciate it.
Thank you for the call. That's a good call. By the way, do we have any video that shows the size of the pancakes? Because that's what I want to show right now. That's what I want to talk about. That's what everybody talks about. I mean, Marcus talked about this. He's the guy that shot the video. So here they are cooking the pancakes there in the kitchen. And so are these bigger than normal size? What's the circumference of these?
They should be around 6.5, but sometimes we make them a little bigger, 7.5. We used to make 10 or 11 or 12-inch size, and people knew us as these big pancakes, but we wasted so much pancakes. I kept going in the back for years and just seeing all the pancakes in the trash, and I'm thinking, this is really stupid. So what I did is I shrunk the size and I lowered the price, and so right now they're making they're making the Intimidator. That's scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, and ham cooked inside the pancake.
You're kidding.
Yep.
That's what again inside the pancake?
Scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, and ham. That's
wow.
That's called the Intimidator.
That is, and I eat that, and I go in for my Roto-Rooter across the street over there at.
No,
just kidding. What are you laughing at?
If you chew real well, you don't have to worry about calories.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead. Those look so good. Go ahead, caller. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, there was one comment that they made about the restaurant that when they're done with the batter, they throw it away.
Well, we don't throw away too much. We only throw away maybe like a quarter of it because it doesn't. The next day, the pancakes don't rise. So you know, if we use that, it would be a not to my specifications or standards to serve my people.
Customers would be very
Well, I was
disappointed.
wondering if there's any way you could donate it.
Well, it
Probably not.
Probably
It's
not.
probably,
It has to be
probably would spoil,
Yeah,
wouldn't
it
it?
has to be refrigerated, and you
Yeah.
know, once it leaves me, then I don't want to be responsible. I mean, people would sue in a heartbeat.
have to
but
be
you have to be
careful
real careful
with
how it's
food.
transported.
Yeah.
But really, it's not that much. You'd probably make about 10 pancakes with it. It
And-
wouldn't be worth it.
And oftentimes our staff will just cook the little bit that's left and take it home with them so they can enjoy them. But
Yeah. You know, I want to see that video again. I don't want to be redundant here on the show, but let's be just for a moment because I want to know, okay, how big are these again, would you say?
6.5 to 7 inches. So you know,
Jeez.
as big as my hand, a little bit bigger than my hand. So.
Yeah, you got pretty big hands there. But
Yeah,
and so
gigantic.
these also look thick.
Well,
They're not thin pancakes, and so yeah, go ahead.
the ones on the far side, those are protein pancakes, and we went in with Core across the street. You know,
Core Fitness.
Core
Yeah.
Fitness. They do a lot of you know, they sell a lot of protein powder. So we developed a Core kind of like protein pancake, and
Yeah.
we have
23 grams of
protein in each pancakes, and we use gluten-free pancake mix, 0% Fiage, Greek yogurt, egg whites, extra virgin olive oil,
Fage.
vanilla extract, cinnamon. So I mean, and buttermilk. So it's egg whites. So it's a pretty cool
Gosh, those
pancake.
pancakes look great, man.
And then the one on the far right is the chocolate chip, and we do
Yeah.
Oreos, blueberries, strawberries, bananas.
Yeah, and you have something here called what did I say? It was cinnamon chip
yeah.
apple crunch.
Oh,
The
yeah,
apple,
yeah.
the apple cinnamon chip crunch. We use,
Yeah.
you know, people go, "What are cinnamon chips?" Well, they look just like chocolate chips, but they're actually cinnamon chips. And we put bits of apples in there, and then we top it with like an apple crunch topping.
Look at how-
Streusel, like if you're going to make a
Look
fruit
at that.
crisp at home with the oatmeal and brown sugar, it's fabulous.
Just amazed how thick or fat those pancakes are. Those look really. I think
that's
my
because-
kids would really love those.
See, there's your baking powder, baking soda,
Yeah,
buttermilk.
the rise.
rising with
Yeah.
buttermilk.
So those
and
are our
Buckwheat?
that's
Are those
those
buckwheat
are-
on the end there?
those are the
no,
proteins.
those are the,
The
protein,
protein ones,
pancakes.
okay.
We don't have buckwheat. People want it, but what we do differently is we use 100% whole wheat. Whole grain and whole wheat are the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same thing. So we use 100% whole wheat with actual blue cornmeal.
So what is the secret to making a good pancake? You don't have to give your formula
Be gentle
away.
when you're incorporating the wet into the dry. It's
You're-
being
you're
very,
what now?
Very
What?
You're
gentle.
You don't beat it.
Gentle.
We don't
I
use
don't know what that means. Being
Just-
gentle. How,
You
what does that
just
mean?
Fold.
You fold it. You don't. You
so
stir
there's
it.
air left
You
in
don't.
it.
We don't use a blender to blend the pancakes. You want little tiny lumps. You don't want it. You don't want big
Completely
lumps,
smooth.
but you don't want it smooth. You know.
Because
so-
we don't use water mixed with a dry mix that's just out of a bag. It's very different.
So most
That's
rest-
usually what I make at home. It's
Yeah.
dry mix out of a bag, and I use water.
That's what most restaurants use.
Correct.
That's
Really?
why. That's why
we're
other
different.
restaurants they taste like cardboard. Some of
And
them.
so you don't use that. So what do you use?
Buttermilk.
That's
Real
it.
food.
We use spread. We
That's
use
it?
Buttermilk,
Real food.
real egg. I mean, most mixes.
So
that
the
you
batter
just-
is made of buttermilk, real egg,
That's-
cheese.
No.
No. Okay.
The wet mix. We have two separates. We have the
Yeah.
dry
What's the
mix.
wet mix? What's the, what are,
The
what
wet
are
mix
the
is
ingredients?
we have. I don't. You saw his bucket in that
Yeah.
thing. Okay, we make the wet mix in there, and it's buttermilk, real egg, real butter, and vanilla extract.
That's it.
That's it. And then we.
And you have to
And
know the
we-
amount to put in to get
Correct.
it just right.
There is a
Everything's-
secret recipe.
Yeah. Everything is.
So what is
measured
that?
out.
Yeah, that's right. It's a secret
You guys are
recipe.
funny. All right, Becky and Jeff-Colla are here. They're telling us how to make pancakes. We're going to get more insight, and I want to pick their brains just a little bit more. So maybe, well, I don't know, maybe I can make them a little bit better at home, and we'll see what happens here. 436 MeTV option 11. Back with our friends here from Batter Up Pancakes in just a moment.
Frigidaire. We introduced the first home freezer. the first pulsator agitator washer. And now we introduce the Frigidaire Orbit Clean dishwasher, designed with a unique wash arm that gives you 4 times more water coverage for a consistently better clean. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
We're back here on the show. Hey, this is a good time to put up the disclaimer because it's, we're almost halfway into the show now. 436-MeTV option 11 if you want to call in. Let's put that up on the screen, the disclaimer. And we just want to emphasize that Becky and Jeff came here of their own free will. We did not pay them. They did not pay us. We did not force them or twist their arm to come here. We're just trying to help businesses each and every Tuesday here on the program be as successful as we have been here for the last, 60 plus years at Ventura TV. So we thank them for coming in, and you're invited to call in. We have an open line, 436-MeTV option 11. Never been to Vadera Pancakes? Maybe you ought to try to check it out. I know I will. And so if you're using dry mix at home, can you do anything to spice it up or make it better? And I know it won't be as good as the wet mix, obviously, it goes without saying, but what can you do to improve your dry mix pancake?
Most dry mixes, they come with dehydrated buttermilk, dehydrated egg.
In the ingredients?
In the
Correct.
ingredients.
Okay.
So we actually tested that at first, and it just, the flavor, we didn't like it, so we, we wanted to use real ingredients. At home, if you buy a mix, you could probably substitute buttermilk. Extra buttermilk flavor isn't too bad. They want you to put some type of oil in there. We use butter instead of oil, just because butter was a more luxurious taste. It gives it a little better flavor. It's more expensive.
So instead of adding water to the dry mix, can you add milk?
You can probably add milk or buttermilk. Yeah.
It would add flavor to the pancakes, or
probably a little bit, yeah.
And density, maybe.
And density. Okay.
Or you can
buttermilk
just
is
go
creamy.
online and get a buttermilk pancake mix and just make it from
Recipe.
scratch.
And try it.
It's not very hard.
Experiment. Try.
Yeah.
We also sell our pancake mix in little cans.
Oh, you do?
We do. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
They're nice little cans.
As far as expiration date, is it
Well,
a pretty wide window? Or?
It's a wide window.
Especially if you put it in a freezer. I would put it in a freezer, but it probably lasts 6-7 months in a cool, dry place.
We sell our whole grain blue cornmeal mix and our buttermilk, our old-fashioned buttermilk.
Let's go behind the scenes. I want to ask you about your cooks and how many cooks you have. Let's go behind the scenes here. Some of the kitchen activity that takes place at Batter Up Pancakes. So when hiring your cooks, now that guy's a Dodger fan.
I know,
Get rid of him. Get rid of him.
Yeah.
He's fired immediately on the spot, out of here.
There's a lot
and he's
of
wearing a
Dodger fans
Puig
in.
shirt to boot.
He likes that guy.
I know.
Equal opportunity employer.
Everybody can
Yes,
love
I know.
whomever they wish. We're good with it all.
Okay, I'll pretend I didn't see that.
That
anyway.
woman has been with me for 6 years. She
Yeah.
just
Not that
passed
one,
her.
the-
No, not
Okay.
that one.
You know I'm just joking, right?
I do.
Okay. All right. I just don't want the Dodgers to win. Anyway.
This is the front. This is
Yeah,
the front
go
of the
ahead.
house. It's not the cooks. The cooks are in the back.
But my question is, how do you choose the right cooks?
Well, it's
How do you do that? They can talk a good game during the interview, and then they go in and completely foul everything up.
You are exactly right.
We've
you
been there,
talk
done that
about
a few times.
You talk about multitasking.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of multitasking.
And moving.
We've had 3 or 4 cooks that last about a month, and then either they quit or we help them quit.
That's tough.
But most of these guys have been with me for 3 to 5 years, 6 years.
And what kind of background do they have? What kind of background do you expect them to have?
They just need to have a little bit of cooking experience. We find, we're a mom and pop store. So it's hard to find people that are from the Culinary Institute because they want to go to the real high 5-star restaurants and cook their little foo-foo stuff,
Yeah.
We're not fancy.
Those people don't fit too well with us. These are just everyday guys that just work their butts off.
And they are hard workers.
Yeah.
They are
And we
the
love them.
hardest
We treat
workers in
them
the
like
world.
family. We really do.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, you know that guy? What's his name?
Guy Fieri?
But that's on Fox. The chef, the celebrity chef. What's his name?
There's so many of them. I don't know.
What's his name on Fox? No, the one guy, the tyrant that goes in and...
Oh, the
Dave
kitchen
Ramsey?
manager.
Yeah, Dave Ramsey.
Comes in and
I couldn't think of his name. So if Dave Ramsey went into your place, what do you think he'd say?
well, it's clean. We keep
It's
it clean.
clean.
He wouldn't.
That's the one.
he
Yeah,
wouldn't
he's
walk
big on
into our
clean.
walk-in and find rotten food. That's for darn sure.
Or rats
or, you know.
or mice or anything like that. So
I don't
that's
know. He'd be hard pressed, really. I'm not saying we do it great, but we're a fast-paced
he's
restaurant.
tough.
I'll
and
take any
he's
help
very
anybody
tough.
wants
He
to
wants
give
to
me,
come to
so.
Fresno. Bring it on. I think that'd be awesome. You know, bring Fresno and put us on the map. They've been
Bring it
talking
on.
about diners, drive-ins, and dives for years, but nobody's come to Fresno.
There's some
Yeah.
funnel
to
cakes
do
right there.
those cool little shows with all of the different restaurants there
You
are
see
to
that
offer here.
You see that whiteboard? The kids can go and draw on that whiteboard.
Yes,
Okay.
there's behind
That's
that
my
man.
wife's-
There's a dry.
so they're eating funnel
race.
cakes there, huh?
They're eating funnel cakes. There's a pancake there. The little girl is eating eggs, I guess.
Yeah. I want
Yeah,
the
it's
Dave
cool.
Ramsey take. I'm
No,
giving you a hard time.
No, seriously, I'd love
Okay,
it.
caller, you're on the air. Well, you were on the air. They got impatient there, see?
Darn it,
Oh, well.
see.
That's okay. Call back, 436 Me TV option. Look at the size of those pancakes.
And they're reduced size
Wow.
now. Remember, those used
Yeah,
to
I
hang
know.
over the plate.
I know. They
Which
used to
was
be,
an
what,
issue.
11 inches or something?
Yeah, and it was a bit of an issue because as you were transporting them,
There's my good friend Gabe. He comes in all the time. He
Okay.
didn't want to be filmed.
Go ahead.
he didn't want to be filmed. Oh, how funny he ran. Oh, they used to kind of hang over the almost
you had
touch
complaints?
well, because they'd almost touch
Those
the
are our
table.
kids.
When,
Those are our
oh,
grandkids.
That's my family. My son on the left, his
Oh,
girlfriend on
good.
the right, my
You see the
Benson,
guy
the
on the lower
logo.
right? He's the logo. Benson,
Uh-huh.
the
Our
logo.
daughter, our grandbaby girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Benson's the logo. It's
Right.
so fun. They're
Yeah.
the best.
All right, we're talking with Becky and Jeff-And-Becci-Colla here on Connect with Me. Today, you're watching us on Comcast Channel 187 and 43.6, and now live also on 13.1. And you can watch the replay, 2 times later today. Back with our program, 436 Me TV, option 11. Call in. Got an open line. Back in a moment. Glad to be back here on the program today. It's a Tuesday morning, and the focus, of course, on business today, batter up pancakes. And we do have a phone call here. Hey, we have an open line, so let's take it. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yeah, hi. I love your show, but I just wanted to correct one thing. It's not Dave Ramsey. His name is Gordon.
Gordon Ramsay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Ramsey.
that's who I was.
I know what he looks like, spiky hair.
Yeah. Spiky hair. Gordon Ramsay. That's exactly
That's
right.
right. Thank you.
Yeah. So getting back to Gordon Ramsay. Oh, another phone call. Doggone it. Okay. Good morning. Well, there you go. See?
That was
Not
probably
patient.
somebody wanting to correct
That was
us.
probably Gordon
Gordon
Ramsay.
Ramsay.
He was probably mad.
436 Me TV, option 11. Do call in. I hope this caller was patient. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, I didn't get the beginning of the show, but I was so glad to hear the gentleman say that good food, good service outweighs good food, and I appreciate him saying that. But I was wondering, where are you located at?
We're at the northwest corner of Cedar and Nice, right at
Cedar and Nice.
right by the Rite Aid Shopping Center.
Sounds great. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So what is more important, the taste and quality of the food, or is it the service?
Yes.
They always say there's a quote about the ending is it's really what people aren't going to remember so much what they ate. It's not the quote correctly. But they do remember how you made them feel. So I think it's the essence of the entire experience. That's what we're trying to convey.
So that's more important than the food.
Well, they're both important. They're both equally important.
But if you had to put one above the other,
Customer service.
I think customer service is number one anywhere.
Because
you
like I
go.
said in the beginning, I don't care how good the food is if you have lousy customer service.
Yeah.
I tell my kids, when people walk in that door, they're doing us a favor. We're not doing them a favor. They're doing us a favor by just coming in the door, and we thank them. I hate when we say you're welcome, it's always no thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Customer service is it.
Because without the customers, you'd be closing the doors.
Yeah. That's correct.
And so do you find that when you eat, now you're in the restaurant business yourself, so do you find that when you go out to eat at various restaurants, do you feel that some restaurants or establishments have the feeling that they're doing you a favor as opposed to the other way around?
People try very, very hard, I think. It's important for servers to do a good job one-on-one so that.
But have you been to restaurants like that where the atmosphere is like that?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not asking you to name names.
No, I won't and wouldn't.
Yeah,
but definitely. I think that customer service isn't always.
But we're more tolerant.
And now Jeff and I are tolerant. We don't complain.
But if something, like one time we went somewhere and my sausage was burnt, and I said, just take this off. Just tell your cook, but just take it off my my bill. But no worries, I'm not mad. Just,
absolutely.
It's no big deal.
So what happened?
Stuff happens,
They took it off.
because one side was cooked perfectly. Turn around, it was like charcoal. I said, no, come on, show your manager this shouldn't happen.
Kind of flipped it over
but please, no worries. I don't want anything. So
it's no special treatment.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, because you always try to be perfect, and like I said, you're not going to.
Mistakes happen.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Another question to the owners here. I was wondering, do you require your cooks to wear gloves when they're serving food? But by just looking at your restaurant where you serve, it's the stainless steel I watch because it's clean. I can tell the whole area is clean as well as the tables and that. I used to be an inspector, so when I go in there, I'm going to look inside and say, hey, how are they going to, serve me this food when I can tell right off, I've seen a couple of businesses close because, they just didn't clean. But by looking at what I saw,
I don't know where
even your personnel is clean. So that makes a difference, If people are waiting on, outside or whatever, and...
Whoops, we got disconnected there. You must have been on a cell phone.
I'll answer it.
That's okay. Go ahead.
The health department in Fresno, they don't really like gloves because gloves are... It's a false premise, Sometimes the gloves can be dirtier than your hands because you have a glove on and you don't think about washing your hands or changing your gloves after. You're supposed to change your gloves if you touch anything different. You're supposed to wash your hands a lot, which our guys do, and gloves are probably more dirty than your hands. So
we're anal about hand washing.
So and Governor Brown we were supposed to wear gloves for doing a lot of stuff, but then. He just realized and he re-signed it or took it off the bill that you don't have to wear them. We don't have to wear them. Anyway.
What about hats? The cooks,
correct.
Do they wear hats?
Yes.
They have to.
If your hair is longer than a quarter of an inch, you should be wearing a hat.
Hats or hairnets.
Yeah, hat or hairnet. Okay. So
the funny thing about hair is 95% of the people that might have hair in their food, it's their own eyelash or their own hair. Very seldom it's from the cooks, because you're always eating and your mustache falls in. One time a guy said there was hair, but it looked like his mustache was in or beard was in there, and and none of my guys have blonde hair.
Yeah.
Well, you just
Caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yes, I was just kind of wanted to ask them, with you're being an independent and you have a lot of the big chain restaurants like the International House of Pancakes and Denny's and the Marie Callender's, around Fresno. How are you doing business-wise with them, and how are you competing and making your company stand out from those?
Well, I don't really look at them as competition because what we do is all homemade type stuff. I mean, I respect them. I respect what they do, but we just have a little concept that it's either going to be first quality, high quality food or bust. We're not going to skimp. I mean, I could save a lot of money by using water in my pancake batter, but there's no way on earth I would do that. And, you know, because my dairy bill is very, very high. And, you know, so...
You should have a picture with Lauren Day or something like that. That would bring in people to your business. That would be tremendous.
Have a picture with who?
Lauren or Laura, excuse me.
Laura.
Well,
Are you talking about our advertising person, Lauren?
Lauren, yes.
Okay.
You get a picture with Lauren, and you know, and as your a day, so to speak, so to draw in additional people to your restaurant.
Thank you. That's an awesome suggestion.
I'll see if I can hire her to walk up and down the street with a sign, maybe.
More expensive, I imagine that. Yes.
Oh.
Unbelievable. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Hey,
Thank
that was a
you.
good call. Good call. Good call today.
Awesome.
So staying on the subject of, you know, clean and cleanliness, I mean, the worst thing for me is to walk into a restaurant and I get the feeling like everything is dirty, from the seats to the silverware to the plates. I just, you know, do they wash them?
Well,
That is a huge turnoff. It makes me turn around and walk out. And I'll tell you what, another thing that gets me, I'll let you answer that question as soon as I make this comment. I won't mention the restaurant chain. Walked into a restaurant one time. Before we sat down to eat, I walked into the restroom and saw one of the waiters in there. He walked out without washing his hands.
Oh, that ticks me off, yeah.
Oh.
Well, we double wash our...
And I walked out of the restaurant, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, we double wash our dishes. We have a 3-compartment sink. We wash, rinse, and then we put it through a dishwasher. Our utensils are rinsed, soaked, washed, and then put through a dishwasher. You know, so it's that. One thing that we do that drives me crazy. We do it, but it drives me crazy when I go other places. We have 2 towels when we wipe a table. We have a white towel. We wipe the top of the table. The blue towel is for the seats. I hate when you go to a restaurant and they get the white towel and they wipe the table, wipe the seats, and wipe the table. I don't want to eat on a table that a rag has wiped somebody's
behind.
It just drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So we have 2 separate, and a lot of customers say, "Hey, I noticed you do that. Thank you."
We've been to restaurants where they've used one towel. That's it.
So
and if you mention that to them, they look at you like you're nuts. And the other thing is, a lot of times when they're wiping the table, the towel that they're wiping the table with looks dirty to begin with.
Yeah, we
you know, what are you wiping the table with that thing for? Would you mop the floor with it first?
Yeah, we use sanitizer. You know, so our tables are sanitized after every time.
Yeah. Well, just get rid of those Dodger T-shirts, because that's really annoying. Okay. Anyway, we're back here on the show with Becky and Jeff-Colla. By the way, tonight the Oakland A's open up their 1-game playoff against the Kansas City Royals. That's in Kansas City tonight. I get the feeling if the A's are going to win, John Lester is going to have to toss a shutout. Bumgarner goes for the Giants on Wednesday night. That's tomorrow in Pittsburgh. I have a feeling he may have to toss a shutout to win, too. Anyway, we're back here on the program. Batter Up Pancakes is the name of the place. It's at Cedar and Knees. 436-ME-TV, option 11. Gordon Ramsay, if you're out there, call in. Back in a moment.
Considering solar? Whether you're ready to buy now or just exploring your options, the consultants at Solar Negotiators are here to help you. A call to Solar Negotiators is like calling 5 solar companies at once. You see, when local established solar contractors have gaps in their schedule, they call Solar Negotiators to fill them. Right now, get 5 years of panel cleaning and maintenance or $1,000 off your new solar panels. So stop wasting your time searching and call Solar Negotiators, because when contractors compete for your business, you win.
Back here on the program, Batter Up Pancakes. The guests today, Becky and Jeff. And can I make a casual observation?
Sure.
Don't get mad at me, okay, Jeff? But it appears to me, just by, you know, just sitting back here and just looking, is she the brains of the operation?
Well, yeah.
No, dear. Not really.
That's not a slam on you.
You know, behind every great man, there's a better woman. So
it's his recipes for everything. His recipes.
No, but I mean, you seem to have
balanced.
She keeps you balanced. Yeah. So who had the idea, her or you?
We were in Tucson, Arizona. She woke up and she leaned up on the bed because we were in a hotel because my son was playing baseball in
Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah.
And she said, "This is what we need to do." And she told me about it, went downstairs, wrote about 5 pages on the Marriott
Why
stationery.
did you say that? Why did you say this is what we
She had a
need to do?
dream.
I had a dream.
What did you
She
dream?
dreams, you listen.
I had a dream, yeah.
That's funny.
Well, I dreamt this concept, really. It's kind of odd, I know. But
Yeah.
I did. It was one of those things.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, we can do this. This is cool. Someone had wanted us to put our then restaurant, which we had, in his new location, which happened to be our
First location.
flagship for Batter Up, which was the Fig Garden and Brawley Loop. So he'd wanted us to put our former business out there at the Fig Garden and Brawley Loop, and I thought, I don't think it'll work out there, and that's where I was processing what we could do. And so then we pitched the idea to the developer, and then he pitched the concept to his wife, who's the director of entrepreneurship at
Yeah.
USC. She thought it was cool, so we just went for it. It was madness.
Yeah, I could tell you guys haven't been married more than a couple of years, right?
No.
Right.
It's only about 30.
33.
33. So you were
And
telling
we knew
me.
each other 6 months before we got married.
Yeah.
Really?
No, that was it.
Wow. What? I say something wrong?
It's just right.
No, I mean, that's, in this day and age, we have a call? Yeah. Okay. All right, what's this? Anyway, I mean, in this day and age, people get married, they get divorced in less than a month, so the divorce rate is, by the way, we're talking about that very same issue later this week on the program on Friday, talking about marriage and divorce. And so
life's
how
a
have you guys
roller
made it
coaster.
work? And now
Life's
you're in
a roller
business.
coaster.
You're in business
yes,
together.
yes,
Don't you get in
correct,
each
a
other's
lot.
way sometimes?
No, just...
No?
What? Do what?
You get in each other's way
Oh,
sometimes.
obviously, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
we know
do.
how to respect the bubble, the privacy space.
Okay.
Jeff does his
Yeah.
thing, I do my thing, and
So
It's
what do you
trust.
do at the restaurant? What do you do? In other words, what's your role and what's your role? You obviously have different roles. What's the role?
I kind of more or less oversee the ordering and the cooking staff. She more does the customer service. I get there
do the
early,
hiring.
it just works out great.
Yeah.
It's we've always been in partnership together.
Yes.
I was a rep for Levi's for 27
and I
years,
was a court reporter.
and we had our offices in the same room. People would look at us like we were crazy. How can you guys be in the same room all the time? And we just, I don't know how we did it. We're
We
just
just did it.
partners, and
Yeah.
it's a roller coaster.
It's cohesive. It works.
It
For us,
Somehow
for
it
us.
works.
You
Yeah.
know, it
Some
works
people
for
it
us.
wouldn't work for, obviously, but for
Yeah.
us it does. And
Hey, more video out there at Batter Up Pancakes, and you were telling me the other day that this whole venture, just to start this thing up and get the ball rolling and do everything that you needed to do, a couple of $100,000, boom, just
At
like
least,
that.
Yeah, I know, well, everybody has a dream, and when you open up businesses, it could be $100,000 to $400,000. I mean, Dave Flancer opens a place, it could be multi-millions.
oh gosh, yes.
So we're nowhere near that. But going into business, it saddens me when people go out of business, because that's their life dream. Because everybody has the perfect concept and the perfect idea, but it doesn't always work. So you have to respect.
What
you
makes
know.
it work for you?
Hard work and just quality, good customer service, and
Consistency. I think we
learning as
strive
I
to
go.
be
I'm not afraid
consistent.
to
listen to
to
our
listen
customers.
to our customers, and you can't please everybody, you can't do everything, but there's
There's suggestions out there that work for the good of the business.
I don't know everything.
Are you afraid to fail?
Of course,
No.
I am.
No. What are we going to lose? We can live in a hole,
because when you first started this, you could have said to yourself, when you guys were in Arizona 7 years ago, you could have said, yeah, this is a great concept, a great idea, but I don't know if I want to take the chance. I don't know if I want to take a chance on losing the money.
Life is a risk, though. Everything, every day we wake up, we're given a gift of a new day.
So you weren't afraid of taking the risk?
Because all I'm going to lose is money. What's that? I mean, I know it's everything. We need it to live, but it isn't my health. It isn't my family.
Yeah.
It isn't my well-being. It isn't my soul. And those are the things that are important to me. Money is really not.
Yeah. How do you
Doesn't
feel?
make me a happy person.
You always wonder. You have to be an entrepreneur. That's what an entrepreneur is, willing to risk.
You worry that it's not going to work, or you worry about the risk, or you worry about...
You don't go into it if you think it's going to not work. If you think it's going to fail, then you wouldn't go into it. But, so you have an idea, you have a dream, you think it's going to work, and you go for it.
You give it 100%.
You give it 100%. And, hopefully it works.
Why do some businesses fail, in your opinion?
Wrong concept.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Wrong management. They don't go with the flow. They don't change. They
don't
are
work
arrogant
at it themselves.
Or it's just not right.
Not listening.
There could be 1,000 different reasons.
I think having a good quality staff, and also for us, owner presence. Owner involvement.
Training your people. I mean, how many times, I go to some big box stores and I give people my money and they hand me back change and they don't say nothing. And I don't say thank you. I wait for them to say thank you. If they say thank you, I say thank you. But I don't, I listen to them. And then it's like, I half the time I think I don't say thank you. They look at me and go, whoa, you're ungrateful. Well, no, I'm giving you money. You thank me. So that's the concept that I train all my customer service kids, and
we really mentor our staff. We really work with them as people and help them to become better people.
Yeah.
So
we've had people leave us that maybe weren't the greatest, and they work for somebody else, and they come back to me and say, "This is the greatest person that we've ever hired because of the way their customer skills are."
Yeah.
When you leave our employ, and obviously you're going to, because this is not a forever job, you're going to know how to work hard, and you're going to know how to be a great employee. And that's because Jeff and I work hard. We show you every day what we mean. We don't
you're
just
there every day.
dictate to you. We're there. I'm bussing tables, and I'm seating customers, and I'm cleaning the bathroom if somebody's forgotten to do so, and I'm taking out the trash. So, I mean, I'm not above any job, and I'm cleaning those darn floors that are constantly getting beaten. So, I'm not going to ask somebody to do something I can do myself.
Mm-hmm.
If I see that it needs to be done, I do it.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
all.
All right, talking with Becky and Jeff-And-Becci-Colla, the owners of Batter Up Pancake or Pancakes, and that's located at Cedar and Knees in North Fresno. Hey, open phone line 436-MeTV option 11. We got a couple of minutes left, actually about 8 or 9. Back in a moment.
Tune in to Heartland for the best in true country music. Relive vintage specials, one-of-a-kind concerts, and country music's earliest videos. Heartland is the heart of country, the only place where you can find country music, country stars, and country lifestyles 24/7. Heartland, the heart of country.
Now on channel 13.2.
We're back here on the program. Batter Up Pancakes is the focus today, the focus on business, located at Cedar and Knees. We do have an open phone line here available, 436-MeTV option 11. And so, Becky, a lot of places do go under within the last few years. We've seen that happen, especially here in Fresno with the economy. They say give a business plan 5 years, and then you'll see where you're at, if you're going to make it or if you're going to fail. Let me ask you and we'll go ahead and roll a videotape too as we talk about this. We're going to roll a tape on funnel cakes, I believe. We haven't seen some of those funnel cakes except in one of the other videos. But is it, okay, here are the funnel cakes here. You're making those in with butter?
No. That's
what is
where
that?
that's where you fry French fries. Funnel cakes, you fry them.
We really
And
have a fryer.
most
that is
people
a fryer.
make funnel cakes, and they make them round, real thin. But we use, actually, they're funnel balls.
Okay.
And they're our pancake batter. We add just a little more dry mix to make it a little bit thicker, and then we put it in there. And boy, is it good to put strawberries over it. We actually use our pancake mix, and we put them in little tiny ramekin bowls, and you can make strawberry shortcake out of them. Best strawberry shortcake
Are they
ever.
popular?
Well, we don't.
We haven't put them
We
on
haven't
the
put
menu.
them in this year, but last year we put them on. And we
The funnel
sold a lot.
cakes are not on the menu?
The
no.
funnel cakes are
not
our
the-
strawberry shortcakes.
Okay,
are
strawberry
Those are
shortcakes, but the
funnel
funnel
cakes.
cakes, are they popular?
Oh,
Oh
gosh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, we
Yeah.
saw a lot of that.
We do.
Yeah.
You can put fruit on them, fresh berries, fresh strawberries.
Wow.
All we have is fresh anyway, but fresh
Yeah.
blueberries or bananas or strawberries. And
Well, here's the
she's
question I have for
counting
you
to
about
make sure. Now she's powder sugaring them there. Boom.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, wow.
Yep.
Business.
Yes.
Okay, and whipped cream on the top.
Doesn't hurt.
Ouch.
Holy cow.
I know.
So, you only live once, right?
Right. Yeah.
Does California make it easy or difficult on your business.
Yeah, you
I've
know,
heard so many horror stories.
Pandora's box with this one.
Well, we've got a few minutes left. You can go ahead and slam the state if you want.
No, you know, it's just
It's my home
everybody
state.
wants a piece of you. You know,
Yeah.
they make it real hard for us.
Is it
to do business.
is it what, liability, right? That
Well,
liability
I mean,
insurance,
I
right?
mean, people ask me, why is everything so expensive? I can eat so much cheaper at home. Well, yeah, because you don't have 35 or 3,800 PG&E bill. You don't have workers' comp that costs you 15,000 a year.
You have to have liability insurance,
And you don't
right?
have liability insurance, and you don't have payroll. I mean, minimum wage went up $1.
What's
and
minimum wage now?
$9.
$9.
And that cost me $2,500 extra a month, just in minimum wage. And then, but people don't realize, oh, it's just $1, but it's workers' comp. My workers' comp will go up because of that, because it's based on total. You know,
somebody
payroll.
slips in the kitchen or
well, that's
whatever.
liability insurance. But workers' comp is that, and then you have payroll taxes I have to pay. You know,
Yeah.
so it's just everything.
How many employees do you have?
23, but most of them are part-time. But about half are part-time.
And okay, so and then the other half are full-time.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have to pay them health insurance.
Nope, not unless there's. You have to have 50 employees.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you
if
don't
I had
pay
to-
any health
If
insurance.
I had to pay health insurance, I wouldn't be in business.
You wouldn't be in business at all because everybody's part-time.
I
Yeah.
would. Well, no. When you're 50, if you have 50 employees,
50 employees or
then
more.
you have to have
You
health
have to
insurance
have
for your
health
full-time
insurance.
employees, 30
Right.
hours.
Understood.
So if I get away with that, then I'd have to make everybody only work 20 hours a week. That's why a lot of these kids have 2 jobs, because they can only find some place that'll hire them for 20 hours a week.
Right, 4-hour shifts. But
Because
ours-
of the laws, which
Yeah.
is another
And
story.
then now that we've gone to full service, tips are taxed, of course.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
we have to
We
pay
have to-
payroll taxes on tips.
Our taxation rate
Is
has
that
gone
hard to
through
keep track of
No.
too with the
I
tips?
do it every day.
No, but it's
Track
it's
it
you
every
know.
day.
Yeah.
So I used to have
Because
to
that
pay
tips,
5
that's cash. That's cash. You have to keep
Not
track
the
of,
cash. We have no way of tracking cash.
right? Okay. All right.
But credit card tips.
I
You have
understand.
to pay taxes
Yeah.
on that. They pay taxes on it, but we pay taxes on it. So for every dollar we pay these employees,
Do you
they're
take-
taxed, and then we're taxed as
Do you
well.
take checks? No.
We do take
We
checks.
checked, but nobody.
do.
I think we've had 1 check in 3 years.
Because a lot of restaurants don't take checks because they're afraid they're going to bounce.
That's correct. That is correct, and they do.
So why do you guys take them?
Well, we only have 1 or 2, like 1 in 3 years, so it hasn't been a
I
problem.
had one recently from a woman, I know her, and you just take a driver's license, make
Yeah.
sure you have a current driver's license and a telephone number, because the district
But
attorney's
most
office
people-
cannot prosecute without those things.
Yeah, most people pay with either credit card or cash.
Very little cash, really. It's mostly
Yeah.
credit or
I'd
debit.
say 75% credit card.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a part of the menu that
That's
we're
the
putting up on the
challenge. That's
screen.
our
right
Grand
there.
Slam challenge.
Yeah, that's the challenge. I only got a couple of minutes left here,
Oh,
but
the challenge is crazy.
Yeah, talk about that just briefly. We got like 2 minutes left. Go ahead.
That's it's a 16-inch medium pizza plate. So there's 25 fluid ounces of pancake batter on that plate. Then we have 10
Okay.
scrambled eggs, 2 cups of country potatoes, 1 cup of your choice of sausage, bacon, ham, cheese, or
1 cup times 4.
whatever, and then 2 cups of
cheese.
No, 1 cup of cheese, and then 2 cups of country potatoes. And then you have 45 minutes to eat it, and 9 people have done it.
9 people. One woman 2 weeks ago ate it, and record time 3 minutes and 49 seconds.
What?
Yes, she's an amazing food eater. Yeah, and then she left our restaurant and went to Tulare County Fair and got first place in the corn dog contest. Ate 25 corn dogs in 8 minutes.
I'm ready to vomit right here on the set.
No, I wouldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Gotta be kidding me. All right, so 1 pancake, $5.29. Short stack, which is 2, $7.29. Remember, these are big pancakes. Tall stack, which is 3, $8.29. So that's just some of the prices here. If you want French toast, it's $8.79. Half order is $6.99.
Look at these though. Look at these
Yeah.
fun ones.
We have
30 seconds
beautiful
left.
food.
30
And lunch
seconds
is
left.
awesome,
Hurry.
guys. We have lunches that are killer.
The s'more. The s'more is a graham cracker, chocolate chips with marshmallow topping.
Pumpkin pancakes are on
Pumpkin
the menu.
pancakes.
Oh, that's right. Pumpkin pancakes. We've got to mention that.
For fall.
Yeah, they're on the menu right now. All right,
Wow.
guys and girls, we have to go. Becky, out of time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Hey,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you. Appreciate it, Jeff. All right, Becky and Jeff Colla, the owners of Batter Up Pancakes. The owners out there are located at Cedar and Knees in North Fresno. Tomorrow, hey, we've got a double whammy for you. We've got Lisa Smitkamp, the new DA, and also in the second half of the program, someone running for school board, Fresno Unified. Back with our show tomorrow. Have a good day.